First of all, I would like to pay homage to the Triple James, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and also pay respect to all venerables, dear to all friends as a Dhamma friends. Good evening, everybody. Welcome you all to Monkchat Facebook Live. Okay, today I am Pra Sontavi in Tatsaro. I am going to be the moderator in this Facebook Live. Okay, every on Wednesday that we have an appointment on Facebook Live and YouTube Live as well. So I'm very delighted and very happy to be here once again to meet all of you. And not just only that, I also invite the knowledgeable one to be my partner and discuss about what we're going to discuss today. Okay, I would like to welcome Venerable Sanyadet and Venerable Sombun. Okay, thank you so much for your time to being here this evening. Okay. Once again, to all viewers who are following this Monkchat Facebook Live right now, okay, in order to participate this Facebook Live, okay, you can write down comments, share your comments into Facebook Live, okay, and don't forget to like, okay, share this Facebook Live to your community, to your friends, okay, and yes, I would like to greet to some viewers who already give some compliments in the Facebook Live. Okay, hello to John Sandu Press. Okay, once again, hello. The another time that you come to watching us. Hello to STC Chong. Okay, I don't know what to pronounce his name. Hello to Bunma Germany. Okay, Julius Presico. Okay, good evening, all venerables. All right. So thank you so much for your attention, okay, to come to watch this Facebook Live. Today, as I have mentioned in the post, okay, we're going to come up with some discussion about meditation practice. Okay, hello to Mr. Demo. Hello to Monk Munichito Pratong Piku. Thank you for your watching. Okay, now we come to our business. I've follow Venerable Sayadet for a while. I have watched and follow his Dhamma talk in the morning. Before that, I saw he went to different places, sometime in the forest. He still can doing live streaming. Such a wonderful job that he can share some experience, environment in the forest, that how monk practice himself, okay, in the forest. And also recently Venerable Sombun also have been to Kanchanaburi to experience retreat in the forest. So today is a support time, good time to speak and share some of this experience to all viewers. Okay, I would like to ask Venerable Sanyadet that how often do you go to practice retreat in the forest? Yes.
First of all, I would like to say good evening to the audience and
Uh,
would like to pay respect to Venerable, who is the moderator, and the partners. Sombun. No, Mang Sombun. Anyway, I would like to call him Mang. So tonight, yeah, again, I am invited to join the discussion about the Dhamma. But the topic is about practice meditation, which is very difficult to discuss about because we need
mm,
experience. We need
yes.
we need some experience. Otherwise, when we have discussed about this, it seems that we talk about something that very strange to other people who never um, practice in the forest. Anyway, anchoring to Buddhism, the Buddha mentioned in the sutta that he told monks to go and practice in the forest under under the tree at the root of the tree and in an empty house, something like this. Go bhikkhus, sit down and practice meditation, something like that. It's a very simple sentence I would like to share with you. So that is the Buddha ever told monks to do. For me, it seems that when I post or when I share on the Facebook, think that I practice a lot meditation in the forest. Actually, it just sometime. But I like living in the forest. I like to go to the forest whenever I have free time.
Okay.
Not to practice a lot, but sometime, sometime for a few days, 3 days, or maybe one night, something like that, or 7 days, for example.
Yeah.
I
So what
I
is
just
the,
do.
yeah,
Okay.
what is the most important thing for Buddhist monk, okay, to go in the forest, um, which is not a well provided place or is not a temple. So it must be some special practice for someone to enter and practice there. Yeah. According to your experience, what is the most important thing?
It's important thing that we have solid we have a private time for ourselves if we go to the forest. For me, when I go to the forest, nobody around me, nobody comes around me, and I can be alone. I live alone sometime, and sometimes I go with my friends, uh, Dhamma friends, and few lay people to go with me. Of course, to live in the forest is far away from the crowded city and
Yes.
is very quiet place to practice. And even we don't sit meditation, just walk through the forest, we can feel that you know the surrounding the trees uh, transfer some energy to us. We can absorb some kind of natural energy. Yeah. At first, even we don't sit meditation in the forest, just walk through the forest. And when we sit meditation, of course, if you go to the forest, you can get access to the deep meditation easily, very easy. I mean, if you have, you know, good knowledge or if you have some kind of experience already, just uh, you try to charge your power. For example, for me, sometimes when I learned, when I teach, when I work a lot in town, and then I would like to relax, to charge my battery. I mean my power, mental power, and then I go to the forest for a while, and then come back with some more energies to continue my work like a teaching or working as a teacher. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, sorry. Okay. Well, this is some, yeah, of the experience from Venerable Sanyadet, just for beginning. Okay.
Hmm.
So for our viewers who would like to know some uh, further, deeper about practice meditation in the forest, so you can write comments, you can participate to this Monkchat Facebook live, okay, directly, and we will have an interact to your question in real time. Anyway, shall we move to another guest speaker today? Okay, is Venerable Sombun. So he just have finished some of the meditation practice in the forest. So I don't know that what he haven't experienced, in the forest. How hard is it, and how it's make him learn something in the forest? I would like to, yes, invite him to share some of this. Hello, Venerable Sambun.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, please.
Okay, first of all, let's say good evening to um, the audience who are listening to our live today. Um, yeah, as we have already discussed for a while about the practicing living in the forest, and actually, recently I went to uh, a meditation retreat, which is mainly live in the forest. Uh, And actually, that this is a very new for me. Is very new. And at the beginning, I I wasn't able to concentrate or have samadhi. At
Okay.
which is I expect a lot before I going there. And actually, so as a as a novice monk, and actually I've been among for years, and I've never been to the forest. And so that's why at the beginning I thought that it's going to be very peaceful staying in the forest. And what made me surprised is that the first night of living in the forest, I felt very um, afraid of so many things, especially my own thinking. So because living in the forest, this time, and actually we are not allowed to how to say uh, stay nearby each other. So like we went together for three months, and actually we live in very far away from each other, and we couldn't see one another. And there's no electricity, no how to say, no electricity, no light, only flashlight. And I I did my chanting in the evening at the first night, and I found while I was sitting meditations, I was very very um afraid, you know, of the darkness of the forest. You know, everything dark
Yeah.
is dark outside, which I'm not familiar with that kind of a situation because mostly I live in the city. Things are very clear, you know, and you couldn't even see the sky. I couldn't see the sky at that time, you know, no, couldn't see the star or light anywhere. It's super dark. So that's why that made me feel very frightened at the beginning. And and of course at that night I couldn't sleep well. So I just like off and on all the time. So checking the time or what time is this now, it's going to be like in the morning. So just waiting the time. So it's been a very long time, a long night, and actually the first night. Now that is the first maybe
Right.
first experience of living in the forest.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. I want to ask Venerable Sanyadet about this feeling of beginner to go into the forest, how to solving it, or how to deal with all this feeling when we face this kind of frightening or darkness or even fighting of ghost. Yes.
For me, my first experience, I thought about if I fear, if I have any fear, what what I fear, what what kind of fear I have, and I
Hmm.
think that the most scare or the most fear that we have
Yes.
is fear of death. So
Oh.
when I think
Okay.
that everyone cannot avoid from the death, so I let go of fear, and then I can sleep very well.
uh,
At first, I don't know when is my first time. Long time ago, maybe 20 years ago, 20 years ago, 20 years ago. Of course, at first, when you live in the forest, you feel very alert. You feel awareness. You cannot sleep very. You cannot go to sleep. You feel awake and be aware of everything will happen to you at first night. For the second night, you have no more fear about this. You just actually in Buddhism, for those who have fear in and any kind of fear of ghosts, fear of animal, wild animals or whatever, we have special chanting for living in the forest, like
oh,
Karaniya Metta Sutta and Vilupake, something like this. for me,
oh,
for me, I for me, I chant Karaniya Metta Sutta and Vilupake or Tasakaparitang or whatever that can help to to prevent any kinds of ghosts, any kind of animals, wild animals. So I believe in the Buddha. I believe in the power of the parita or the chanting. Then I have no more fear about this. I experienced many times the wild animal, especially snake. Sometimes it crawling around me, very close to me. Maybe just only not very far from me. I look at I look at it, and
right.
sometimes I said to the snake, I said, "Oh, angels, you go away from me. Please stay away from me." And then it turns away. It turns away. Just this experience last year, not long time ago. Just I
See.
experienced this event or this experience last year in the forest in the rifle in the forest in my rifle when I visit my hometown. The two snake come. At first when I sit meditation, it comes one snake, maybe the cobra. a crowbar, the white crowbar maybe.
Wow.
It's come very close, and I hear the sound is cloning, something like this, and then I open my eye a little bit and I see it, and then I just let go, and then I sit very quiet and you know let go a bit, and then when I finish sitting meditation again, I turn my face. It come again another direction, very close to me, and then I said, "Oh, in Lao we call Tevada. Oh, Tevada, go away! Don't come close to me, Tevada." I said, and then it turns away. Turns away from me, and
Right.
actually, if we believe in the power of the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, no more fear about this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For me,
Okay.
my experience. Mhm.
We got one question concerned to your explanation. What about the layman who don't know how to chant Kalanyanamita, Vilupake, how to have like hold our spiritual to keep going on our retreat?
Um, actually, the meaning includes in the sutta is about loving kindness. Loving kindness. So if you don't know anything about the chanting, just try to have the loving kindness in your heart and spread. You have good view towards animals around you, and even to the spirit, anything that invisible to you. You have loving kindness, compassion, and then you um, try to develop your loving kindness to make it real loving kindness without fear, and then you try to, how to say, spread or transcend to the thing around you that can help. But if you want to learn more about the chanting, you can go and search on the internet. For those who don't know how to read Thai or Lao, we have Roman texts
Mhm.
in Pali language, Karaniya Metta Sutta, and that can help you to spread away the divine animals, and even the angry ghosts as well.
Okay. Okay, very nice, Ajahn. So let me go further from Prasambun. Okay. So what is going on next? How do you deal with your fear and scary? So I very love that Venerable Sanyade said that we uh, have fighting and fear and cannot concentrate our mind. A lot of what is that? The yeah, cannot calm your mind. You are waiting when it's gonna be a morning. Yeah. So he said that because we fear of death. Yes, I know that we fear that something will attack and we will die. So that's very direct and true. But I want to know from Prat Sumbun that how do you deal with and change your mindset to keep further living in that area?
Um, after first night and actually even the second night and third night continuously, and actually um, my fear gradually reducing, and actually it is, but still it's there. The fear is coming up. But I did chant, and actually I did like Kalaniya Mirasuda and many different kind of chanting, and actually. So and that's did help. It helped. It's very helpful to calm down at least your mind, and especially when you think of and when you uh um when after practicing meditation, even though while you're doing meditation, you are not really peaceful, but at least you realize, see your own fear, and to see that and actually fear is not something that real. So mostly what I fear and actually is not about thing that certain kind of ghosts, or I saw the ghosts, or I call certain kind of wild animals or snake, or whatever uh dangerous animal. And actually mostly I found is mostly it's about my own thoughts. So what I deal with my fear is to deal with my thinking and how to stop thinking. So that's that I find that, and actually the cause of my own fear is from the thought, which is not real. So sometimes even certain kind of sound, even the sound, uh, I heard maybe it's a make it create a certain kind of imagination. Oh, this may be a ghost, or maybe a certain kind of animal is coming to harm me or get my life or something. So I just keep watching that kind of mental creating, and I find, and I was able to observe it and actually separate between the thoughts and what I really hear, and actually that is not the real one. And sometimes seeing, or maybe the leaf of the tree, I would say webbing or something. So just mostly is about thoughts. So that's when I um, was able to see it uh, more clearly. So that is no longer um, and then my fear is gradually reducing. And finally, maybe after a week, there's no more fear. I can live in the forest uh, comfortably, actually, without fear, no more fear.
Okay. Venerable Sambun, maybe your microphone disconnect to you. Okay. Maybe I will move to Venerable Sanyandet instead. Uh, we sorry. Okay, we got another question from Mr. Kambai Saisongkam. I heard that this is friend of you, Venerable Mr. Oh, sorry.
Actually, what he asked, he tried to contribute to our discussion in order to make it more
Right.
complete. Yeah.
So this is very
Um.
important, right?
Yeah. Of
To
course. Of course. In
forest.
Buddhism, sira, or morality is the most important. Sira is the mother of all goodness. Actually, before, um, in the context of Buddhism, in for the monks as a monk, sira is very important for us. We have to have pure sira or pure precepts in order to be brave enough to go to the forest to practice meditation. For those who lack of sila or immoral, immoral, will not have good progress in practicing meditation. And to live in the forest, of course, is more dangerous for the monks and novices who are not good enough in um, observing the morality. In the Vinaya, we say that Vinaya, Sasanasa, Ayu, or the principle of the monk is the age of Buddhism. Or Vinaya is the mother of goodness, or Vinaya is the mother of goods. Like a morality or principle or discipline is the mother of all things. It's the foundation of the virtues. So, in order to practice meditation for the lay people, before you begin to practice meditation, you have to at least observe the five precepts. This point may be for the foreigner. We have some problem about this. Why I have to uh, take observance the precept or whatever? But in the real, in the reality, for the lay people, when they begin practicing meditation, uh, the sila or morality develop gradually at the same time when they practice meditation. Yeah, because the mind, body, mind, and you know, speech is composed, is well observed, well restrained. At that very moment, the sila is observed. The sila is pure. Okay, that's why morality is important for practicing meditation. Fear is not real.
Okay. Thank you for our comments that all the participants and viewers try to send. We will keep reply and answering your question on and on. So please keep following. Okay, we will go slowly. All right. This question also very this present moment crisis. It's about economic. So from this question from Mr. Soti Yun. Okay, if you are following now, okay, please keep listening. How to control and cultivate the mind in crisis, economic, and trouble of COVID-19. Yes. So I saw morning talk of Venerable Sanyadet before. I mean, last
Long
year.
time ago, right?
Long time ago, you did, some of Dhamma talk to remind people, not how to too much stress, worry, and anxiety too much. What is going on in the society and our war and crisis. So concern to economic, also concern to our life living, cost living. So how
Actually, Sotaeyon is an alumni of MCU in
I
Ubon
see.
Rajasthani campus. Yeah, he
Very
graduated
nice.
from Hajura,
Very
Ubon
good.
Rajasthani campus a long time ago, maybe nearly 10 years or 7 years. MA degree from Thailand. He can speak Thai. He can speak Lao actually. So during this time, during the crisis, um, in economic crisis or during the time of the epidemic of COVID-19, we can apply the Buddha's teachings, especially on the concept of Marananusati or the contemplation on the death. Yeah, to think about everyone is everyone is mortal. Everyone is immortal. Sorry, everyone is going to die one day. Nobody can avoid from this. And during this time, we can we can learn that life is short. Life is something that we have to learn from it. I think COVID-19 can teach us the true concept of Buddhism, especially about the three characteristics of things, especially about impermanence, suffering, and non-self. So COVID-19, if we live as farmers, or if we work, uh, they if we live in the countryside, we will not have any serious effects from the COVID-19, because we live in the nature. We go to the forest. We grow vegetables. We live on our own, not rely on any, mainstream of economics crisis. For whatever happen, we can live, yeah, for the people in the countryside. But for those who live in town, especially in the main city, we should come back to ourselves, that what we can do in order to survive. We have to go back to live in their own version of living, like to live um, uh, like farmers. Uh, we grow our own vegetables. We go fishing in the Mekong River, Chao Phraya River. Anyway, you know. So try not to worry too much about this, but be aware that we have to, wear the mask. We have to follow the rule, you know, of the government that laid down for us in time of this situation. So, in order to cultivate the mind, we have to think about moral or contemplation on the death, and try to meditate. Live with your family. Take your time to learn the learn and practice the Dhamma. Go to the temple sometime. Pray or chant every day, or give alms to the monk in the morning. That is the way to cultivate your mind. It can help. It can help. I think.
Okay, very nice advice from Venerable Sanyade to Soti Yon, right? I think he not only asked this question on behalf of him, but also this is what people in the whole society affected. Okay, even monk.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Okay. In the point of view of Venerable Sombund, okay, what do your additional explanation about this?
I would like to give a short sentence what people often say when they come to crisis, and actually that sentence is this too shall pass. So things are impermanent, and like Venerable Sia that said, and actually, so nothing certain, even in the time of suffering, or when we're happy, or when we're suffering, and actually, so that's why this sentence is very, very powerful, and keep that sentence in mind. This too shall pass.
All right. Well, for those who are Thai, they quite get some, a lot of get some privilege, a lot of version of sana, uh, rao shana, and different uh, priority to get what we call that in social insurance or welfare, right? Yeah, for those who are Thai. Okay. Anyway, okay, come back to different question. Let me read this comments from Mr. Go Chun Kiet. He's my friend. Okay, he lives in Singapore. He runs some charity project in Laos, named as Lao Heartbeat. Okay, he built some school in Dong Miang. Yes, to provide some vocational subjects for students. Such a wonderful. So thank you for his participation for Facebook Live today. So he said that fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is our own thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. Danger is very real, but fear is a choice. Thank you so much for such a nice comment. All right. Thank you for all participants. Okay, let's jump to this question. Good evening. Could you give some suggestion for lay people, nuns and bhikkhuni, who want to try to do meditation in the forest? Right. So for nuns, bhikkhuni, I think that might have some, particular practice for them more than male monk or bhikkhu. I would like to hand over this to Venerable Sanyadet. Yes. Oh, sorry. Okay.
For the lay people, nuns or bhikkhuni who want to try it, I think just try. Just try. If you want to try, just go and try. But if you feel fear, you should have friend to accompany with you, to go with you. You have someone to go with you, but try to have the real practice, not just go for camping and enjoying. You have to do it very real, not just to go for funny, not go for fun. And of course, as I mentioned before, we have to observe the precept very well. Observe the precept very well. Then you can go and live in the forest. You have to prepare some kind of food, instant food, mosquito net, some basic food, basic requirement for you. I don't know how to say. Yeah, and then you can go. If you fear, if you have a lot of fear, you can go just in the forest near the village. Try it first, the forest near the village. And if you can conquer your fear and go far away to the deep forest, deeper and deeper to the cave, to the mountain, and then you feel how you will know how it feels. For me, when I sit in the cave, I feel the power of the coolness from the cave. It's like the energies of the nature, natural energy absorbed to my body. I feel very happy and very peaceful. So you can go and try it if you want to try.
Thank you. Venerable Sombun, okay, he also went to his previous retreat with several nuns as well, and um, maybe Prasumbun can suggest that how those nuns practice themselves in the forest, okay, as a bhikkhuni, or sorry, not a bhikkhuni, sorry, mechi or nuns sangha. Mm.
All right. So in this point, and actually, um, if you want to go to experience some time living in the forest, my suggestion would be the preparations. And actually, if you first, what you need, the four, maybe the four basic requirement or the four basic need. Of course, the clothes, and the medicine, and food, and maybe the shelter. Make sure that these four things you have enough, And I think if living in the forest is your first time, my suggestion is better to go with the group. So if you go with the group, you will have at least you have confidence, and my suggestion is and I don't recommend you to go alone, so better to go with the group at the beginning. Then I think there's some knowledge requirement living in the forest, like when you go in the forest, you may come across maybe uh, a river, or maybe, how to say, it's kind of water in the forest. So sometime what to check that the water um, drunk can be drunk or not. So sometime and how to type the string. That's kind of skill. So if you have those kind of skill, there's no problem, especially for those who have the experience for camping. So I think if you really want to know, I think better to have a try.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry for internet connection of Venerable Sombun. Okay, it's quite weak, so maybe the image quality is lacking. Anyway, many thanks to all viewers once again. Some novices just come back from their class and come to follow this Facebook Live in order to improve their listening skill in English. So thanks a lot for different listeners' background. Some of them would like to learn more about Buddhism meditation. This is such a good community that we get together. Okay, the comments as a compliment from Soti Yun. Okay, thank you, sir, for your helpful and costless answer to us. Okay, this question from Venerable Ariyakam. Oh, that's his name. He's my friend. One no walking mind. Okay, how to overcome being homesick in the COVID-19 while we are living in other countries. So he's stuck in Thailand for almost 1.5 years. He really wants to go back home. Uh, so that's why he. Oh, sorry, Venerable. Let I unmute. Okay.
Okay. My suggestion is that you have to try to think that Thailand is your second home. Thailand is your second home, and to live in Thailand is safe. I think safe enough. Nowadays, when we are homesick, when we are homesick, we can call. We have Facebook, we have Line, WhatsApp, Messenger to talk with our family. Nearly every day, you can whenever you want. But of course, to stay away from home very long time, it makes you feel homesick, of course. But the real things behind is not just homesick. It's the fear, the fear of infected with COVID-19. I think for being a monk or being someone in the temple, I think stay away from home is not the problem, because we leave our family for many years as a Buddhist monk or as a temple boy, for those who are temple boy. But for those who workers who live in the foreign country, of course, in order to overcome, we have some time to discuss with to talk with our family. We have chatting, we chat, we call, video call. It's okay. But in order to overcome your homesick and loneliness or your fear, you have to practice meditation. try to chant, try to pray to Buddha, practice meditation in order to understand the real of life, the true nature of life. Okay, that is what I would like to suggest.
Okay, very nice. So I also want to add the additional, explain to participate to this question, because it's not just only Pravano or
You also, right?
yes, and many foreigners as well were stuck
yeah.
in Thailand. In my point of view, this can teach us to learn to separate from the things or the people that we really attach to them, especially our family members. We can bring this to put in our practice to teach us to stay separation with our beloved one, because finally when we really take contemplation and deep consideration about truth of life, we finally go alone, right? we, we will alone. Yes, go alone. So when we departure from home and stay in certain place, and we cause pandemic like this, bring this into practice to train, to develop our empower ourself to more powerful, to able to stay in whenever we go, we able to survive, we able to live, like what we have discussed so far about going to the forest and practice meditation. It's also very close to this feeling of separation and loneliness alone in the forest. So if we able to make our own mind to calm and live alone, be able, same thing that we will face when we stay alone in the forest in the retreat as well. So thank you so much for comments, okay, for all participants, Mr. Go said that all those novices are students from Dongmyang Temple. So I'm very happy that Mr. Kiet he run this project on behalf of us, like Singapore, helping Laos, and not looking only provide donation, giving food or studying equipments only, but provide knowledge in order to be a vocational knowledge, jobs, provide jobs to promote or support them able to find a job. And this is the most efficiency way to help someone, not just only give them food. Or what we say this is we don't we teach how to fish. Okay, we don't give them fish. Maybe I'm
That is a Chinese proverb.
oh, I see, I
Yeah.
see. Yes. All right. Well, for those who are watching right now, if you still have any question, you still can send to our Facebook live right now. Okay, we still have around 15 minutes, okay, for Dhamma discussion. All right. One thing that I will put into the group discussion. Okay, sorry. We got another question from our viewer once again, Nang Ongkam, our top fan of Monkchat Live. Okay, she always come up with very interesting question. Okay, how can we observe our body when we feel hot inside our body or become cold while doing meditation? Oh, this is like when you are meditating and heat arise inside your body, and or sometime cold. Okay, what are these phenomena during we are meditating? Yes, Venerable Sanyadet.
Actually, you just think that this kind of heating or the cold is not dangerous for you. Not very dangerous. It will not burn your body and it will not freeze your body. So you have set your mind to think like that. It cannot burn your body down. It cannot freeze your body to be freeze. Actually, it's the phenomena of the four elements. The four elements. The heatings, the water, the earth, the wind, whatever. It changes. That is the phenomena of the four elements that teach us when we practice meditation. The technique is just observe the phenomena. When you feel cold, you just observe, you just make note in your mind that cold, or when you feel hot or have a heating energy in your body, just observe it to see it when it arises, and finally it will disappear at the end. Nothing is permanent. This kind of phenomena is under the law of impermanent. It changes all the time. It cannot be heating a whole day, I think. So at first you think that it's not dangerous. Just observe it. Okay?
Okay, thank you. What about Prat Sumbun? Okay, have you any experience?
Yeah, I like the answer of Prajaan Venerable Siadet, and actually, so just observe, and that's it. So you don't have to um, maybe pay intention too much on it. Just observe, simply observing. Maybe if maybe it's come up with maybe a certain kind of thinking, you just take a deep breath or make um how to say, have more awareness. So where is the his is coming from? Where it is centered? Just aware. You know, that's kind of phenomena. That's when it is arising. So keep observing it, and actually, so you will find its characteristic. Uh,
She she said further that sometimes I can't explain. I used to experience some feeling like that. Uh, are there anything that beyond the phenomena?
For me, for me,
Yes,
for me, I also experience, but I think it's just the nature of the elements in our body.
right. Okay.
It's not dangerous. That what she asks us is she try. I think she try to overcome it. Actually, the phenomena that arise during practicing meditation, we don't need to overcome it. We don't need to um, try to let it go, but we have to observe because it appears for us to learn, to observe, to see is disappearing. To see it disappear at the end.
yes. So mostly when certain kind of feeling arising, whether
Mm-hmm.
in on our body or in the mind. So by nature, our mind will grab it. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we just against those kind of feeling, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we just follow. So this is what we have been doing uh, uh, in our life, and we oftentimes react in this two way. So if we do not react, and sometimes we just follow it. So, and actually, there's the third way. We have to join, not to follow and not to against it. And that is to simply observe. So that's why equanimously observe it. Not to like, oh, I like this feeling. I don't like this feeling. Oh, I want to get rid of this feeling. Oh, I want to have more this kind of feeling. And actually, that is not the maybe the way is to just observe it. Not to like, be mindful, not to follow that kind of feeling. Oh, I like it or don't like it. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Very nice advice from both venerable toward this question. All right. So we still got several questions from viewers. Also very long. Okay. Do you have sorry, this question from Sina, is it Sina Follinger? I think that's a German or some Dutch Dutch name. You have an advice if you realize that you have a negative feeling in your body arising, like sadness or fear, which seems to be very too big to handle. Uh, in my point of view, also very same technique that we have suggest Miss Nang Ong Kam. Uh, whatever feeling, which is big that over your handle, all those feeling is only the display of the it's the display of the element in our body. When we practice meditation, we take an effort to observe our body again and again and again. And when our mind can see the most frequent of our body arise and fall, rise and fall, and all this, feeling can happen as well. Not only when you just only contact to some unwanted phenomena and you feel sadness or fear, and then it's too big to handle. It's the same thing when you practice meditation. We also can see that, negative feeling as well that arise in our body. So keep observing it in a neutral way, not to swing to any certain feeling, like, don't like, pleasure, unpleasure. And when you observe it again and again, this wisely mind will automatically see the truth of the feeling, that it's only mental formation is too big because we overthinking. But finally it's the same, uh, only a negative feeling. So that's it's my point of view. All to both venerable, do you have any additional answer for this, or shall we move to next question? Okay, next. Okay, shall we move to next question? This is very interesting question. Okay, from Mr. Julius Persicle. He asked that this very sensitive question. Okay, thank you for mentioning that. In Islam and Christianity, sexuality is a sin. How do Buddhist, Theravada Buddhists, more particularly view this, and how can we meditate? How can meditate help? Okay, Venerable Sanyadet, do you express your
is a big problem. This question is concerning about homosexuality. Homosexuality is a transgender, is the third gender in the society. Actually, most of the third gender, they're not very interested in practicing meditation. So the problem is that if they don't interest in practicing meditation, we cannot really suggest them to sit for meditation. Only some of them practice meditation. Homosexual, in the in the main sense, is we talk about sex. In Buddhism, the first enemies of meditation is the five hindrances. The five hindrances that mentioned, the first is kama santa. Kama santa is you desire for sensual pleasure. It's about anything you like, what you see, what you hear, and it's about um, about this. So the thing is that we cannot solve this problem only just to think about it. We have to begin practicing. practicing day by day, and then the mind will develop, then can overcome the first step, the second step, and finally your mind will gradually develop. The feeling about sexual or homosexuality or whatever here, we can will be, uh, how to say, not the same. The mind will not the same. um that is about sense of pressure. But for homosexuality is not about something that meditation can help. It is not something that meditation can help. Even in Buddhism, according to the Vinaya, we are, they are not allowed to ordain as a monk for those who are in the third gender. I mean, those who are homosexuality,
Okay.
because they have strong desire in,
Right.
yeah, they have strong in sexual desire that very hard to help. Even we are not in this kind of sexuality, it's try hard to overcome this stage. you know Even the normal people, I mean normal people, not they are not normal. They're normal in their way.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So Prasambun, okay, he have read some of the bestseller book like Homo
Uh-huh.
sapien. They
Homo
also
sapien.
have mentioned about this in several points. So how could be applied to this? How what the some of the you know uh, yeah, people who view outside from the box of um, the context of the religions view about this.
Yes, as mentioned here, and actually, for homosexuality in Christianity or even in Islam, and actually that is sin. No. So in Buddhism, and actually we whatever uh, is not what you were born, that can identify who you really are. Especially in Buddhism, we are not focused on the gender. We don't really care too much on the gender, and actually, but we tend to focus on their behavior. So if you find that you are sexual, you are transgender, or homosexuality, and actually uh, should focus on the um, how to say, your behavior, that you tend to focus too much on with sex or not. So, and actually this point, maybe for those who are homosexual, maybe they're not really strongly maybe focus on sex that much. So what I have um, read about this kid, and actually in Buddhism, we are very open. And even though we are homosexuality are not allowed to become a monk, and actually, but you can be a lay Buddhist and practice the teaching of the Buddha, especially meditations. It's it's it can help you to become a happier person. So uh, like what Person mentions earlier about the Homo sapien, and the author, the writer, and actually the homosexual, but he practiced very hard, practiced vipassana very hard. He went to to meditation retreat every year, like in Goenga Vipassana meditate for 10 days every week. And recently I heard he went to like 30 days for that siren retreat, and he regularly practiced meditation um, 2 times a day, 2 hours a day, in the morning 1 hour, and in the evening 1 hour, and seriously practice. And I heard that he now no longer use smartphone. What I heard, nah. So he found that actually this kind of distraction is very dangerous. Yeah. So that's why I think the point is not about the gender, but about your behavior and your actions, your mental action, your verbal action. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Prasambun also makes some clarifying more about the Buddhist view further from Venerable Sanyadate. Maybe cannot complete that. So there was an agreement. Disagreement from Miss Sandra. Yeah, to view that Buddhist view is quite like extremely view to judge some gender. So Venerable Sanyadet, can you explain it more? It might some miscommunication or
Yeah. Maybe
yes.
you misunderstand what I say. Actually, I don't say about sin. I don't say about anything about sin. Even the question race is about sin, but I don't mention about anything about sin. I mention the way to practice meditation. For those who have strong desire in sexuality, it's very hard to come to practice meditation. But if they can come, it's good for them. You know, if they can come, it's good for them to practice. But mostly, they love something very beautiful, love something very nice. Want to live in a very nice place, to live in a very beautiful place, to have good food or whatever. This kind of people, if we mention according to Buddhism, they have Rakha Charita. Rakha Charita. According to the six Charita, they have very strong Rakha Charita. They like something very nice. You can see when they organize some event, they make it very wonderful event. They organize event, they organize anything, even they live their life is more wonderful than other. So for those who have very strong desire in something, it's very hard to come to practice meditation. But it doesn't mean they cannot come. It doesn't mean they cannot practice meditation. This point, I don't mention that they are a sinful person. I mention that they are not bad. They are not bad people. They are not a sinful person. But it's very hard to come to sit meditation thinking about somebody handsome, somebody beautiful, something like this, But for those who have very, less, sensual desire, they can, remove this kind of thinking easily. Yeah. But according to Buddhism, if we practice meditation more and more, we can overcome the gender. You have no more gender in your mind. Not a man, a woman, or even the transgender. It's just the mind. The mind has no, gender. Actually, the original mind has no gender. If you can, practice and attain that level, you will understand. You will understand. So I want to answer the comment
Yes.
that they said that I very judgmental or whatever. Not I don't say anything about sin. I don't say that they are bad people. No, I say the way to practice meditation is the basic thing is to remove all kind of this part of you, like like something very much, something very beautiful, anything. When we practice meditation, we live in a very simple way. Live in a very small hut. Live in a very quiet place. You cannot find anything comfortable like in at home. You don't have opportunity. You don't have chance to do some cosmetics, whatever. So if for those who are the third gender, if you can join, it's okay. Buddhism, welcome for everyone.
Okay.
Not only
Very
for Buddhists, but for anyone in the
yes.
world, regardless
Mhm.
of religions.
Very nice. Okay, so this further further explanation might clear some point more. All right. So thanks to Miss Sina. So she's from German. What I can pronounce her name uh, before, and so cute that she can write some Thai. Okay, she said ขอบคุณค่ะขอบคุณค่ะมากมากนะ sorry
Mark, Mark.
มากมาก yes I think thank you for your effort to trying to write in Thai. And this is some comments from uh, Jiao Jiangtip. Yes, he said that I'm studying at the International Buddhist Studies College, MCU. Uh, he's in the first year class, so there are many students from different countries. There are monks, bhikkhuni, and lay people. We have a meditation class in the morning. So this question is also for friends and him as well. He asked that can you share with us about the benefits of doing meditation and why we have to do it from our own perspective? Okay. Venerable Sombun. Okay. So he is a first year student. He wants to know what is the benefit of practicing meditation, why we have to.
Why we have to practice meditation and the benefit or the purpose of doing meditation. Actually, there's many different level benefits of meditation, and actually, so meditation also there many different kind of meditation that people are practicing nowadays. But in Buddhism it's quite unique and maybe could be different from other kind of meditation. So I just want to mention maybe shortly about the benefits of practicing meditations according to the teaching of the Buddha. And actually, so meditation is one of the factor that allowed us to be able to permanently free from suffering. So that is the main point, to be able to free from suffering. So the big point. So now let's take a look in detail why we have to practice meditation and why meditation is very important in our life. So imagine when you living, associating, and get involved with many different kind of people, and we are oftentimes think a lots of things, and especially for those who are working and who are studying, sometimes it's overwhelmed. Your work, your mind is very busy. It's busy. So meditation can help. Now, meditation is not about just sitting and close your eye and cross leg. It's not only that, and actually, you can practice meditation even while you're eating, even while you're walking, and even while you're reading. So But formally, yes, of course, you're required to sometime to practice maybe sitting meditation. Yeah. So meditation can help reduce at least the stress, stress from the overwhelming of the thinking. Yeah. So just simply observing, observing whatever happening. But in order to able to observing things that's happening, and actually you're required to have a peaceful, at least a peaceful mind. Yeah. So this kind of practicing we call concentration meditation. Concentration meditation help you to have a have more happier without relying on things outside. Nah. So most of the time, life we need happiness to treat our how to say feed our mind. The mind always seeking for the feeling, So most of the time we let our mind to consume the certain kind of from the sense base, from eye, from nose, from ears, from taste, from eating, from smelling, from seeing, and from hearing. So oftentimes we let our happiness coming through this kind of sensation, So that's why our happiness relies on things out there. The eye with the form, and the nose with the smell, the tongue with the taste, the ear with the sound. So, but meditation allow you to be able to produce the happiness, which is called peace, in you, without seeking something out there, not relies on things like from the eye or from the ear. So that is the first level of the happiness from meditation. When you practice meditation and you go to state of peaceful mind, so that is allow your mind to relax and widen more space, and will be able to observe many different kind of you open more and you learn, you will be able to learn more. And when you have the stable mind as a base, now you will be able to see things clear. You will be able to see things that they are. Now, which is that we call the meditation in Buddhism. We call it insight meditation. So insight meditation is actually to see things that they are, in order to liberate oneself, not to attach on a certain kind of thing. Even the happiness in meditation, sometimes we can be like when you get just the state of peaceful mind. Some people even addicted on those kind of meditation, or that's kind of peacefulness. And actually, that is not the ultimate goal in Buddhism. And actually, the ultimate goal in Buddhism and actually to liberate oneself even from the happiness, the happiness from the peaceful state of mind, to go beyond. That means even the happiness that we get from the concentration meditation also only the path. And the real, then after that you will find the real, how to say, freedom. We call freedom or independence, not addicted, not to rely on such a happiness. And the real happiness is independence or freedom from everything. And that is, I think, the benefit of the meditation.
Right. So thank you from Venerable Sambut to explain different levels of benefits that we can obtain and gain from the meditation practice. Okay, thank you so much. Anyway, right now we have been live streaming for 1.5 hours. Okay, it's such a long streaming today because of many different questions and such a wonderful one of the Monkchat live today. But I'm sorry that we cannot get through all the question today. We will leave, okay, and move to other Facebook live. Okay, we have been running this twice a week, okay, on Wednesday, and another time is Saturday. So we will come back to answer your question again. So please keep in touch. Our Facebook page, monkchatmcu.chiang mai. We will see monks, okay, talk with monks, ask question and answer with Buddhist monk every week. Okay, so I read last question. Not a question. Comments from Miss Sandra Coley to to have idea about the explanation of monks, okay, about the sexuality. Thank you for your response. I see everyone are equal and able to transcend self with practice. We are not limited by gender, sexuality, and other judgment limit us. For example, it's almost like saying if you're from another race, you can't transcend that, the same as singling out any gender as lesser. Blessing to you. We are all learning much love. Thank you so much. Okay, for nice comments from you, Sandra. All right. We will leave some question to next time. So I very thanks to all venerables, Venerable Sanyadet, Venerable Sambun, to dedicate your time 1.5 hours today, share your knowledge and experience, cover different questions, such a meaningful and useful for our viewers and followers today. I wish you to be healthy and also hope to invite you more to join us next time. And finally, I also would like to give blessing to all viewers that to be happy and secure, free from all the bad thing and evil things. From now on, I wish all of you to have a wonderful life, success in your life, healthy life, wealthy life, and more prosperity in your life. Thank you very much for your attention to this Facebook Live today. Hope to see you on Monkchat Live on Saturday. Good night and good morning, good afternoon, whatever viewers from different time zone. For today, goodbye.